Let's begin our look now at the clip modes and available settings for each of these clips within Ableton Live. And if you're working with a project, you want to pull up this project called Launch Modes. Now down here to the left we see the basic clip settings that are available. If you are working from a new project, you can pull up some clips. And then to get access to this visibly, simply either double click on a clip or toggle your view over here from the track settings to the clip parameters. Now you can see here that we have 4 clips in an audio track and another clip that is MIDI over in another track. And we'll be using these for display and editing purposes. And we'll be working first with these 4 brown drum clips on the left. Let's listen. Crash cymbal. Back to beat 1 and a new beat. And stopping. Now you can see I've got beat 001 twice, so I'm going to change that name so that I can have a difference between the 2 clips. Beat 1A, come down to the next one, click on the field, beat 1B. Now as you might know, we can do the command R rename and do it here also. Let's do beat 2. Selecting this one, Command R for rename, and beat 3, and enter. Now notice that's reflected down here in the clip information. Below that we have a clip color assignment. I'm going to leave my 2 beat 1s the same color and choose beat 2 and beat 3 and give them a different color. Now notice that this no longer gives me the name of either clip, but it simply says you're changing something that relates to 2 clips at the same time. And I'm going to choose a lighter shade of brown. You can scroll up and down to find any color you want and then select it. So now you can see my main beat has one color and the other ones have still a brown color but a slightly different one. I'm using the naming and the coloring to help me see and organize my clips. So I've kept all of my drum beats here in a brown color. Now let's listen to what we have. And stopping. Okay, so you can hear quickly that we have some variation here and some basic beats here. Now notice also next after the color we have the ability to change the time signature. Now this only relates to how these markers are placed within the beat. It does not change the beat so it sounds like it's in 4/4 or 3/4 or 2/4. It just changes the markers. So here's the same beat. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can see here that even though it tried to tell us we were on measure 2, we're still hearing that as beat 4. Let's put it back to normal. Here we have our groove mode, which relates to the response to the overall groove or swing setting here. So I'm going to put this in swing 8th notes, and let's add some groove. Almost sounds like a stumbling tripling. That's because this has 16th notes, so we want a swing 16th note feel if we want swing to be applied. That feels much better because now the swing setting of 16th note matches the subdivisions within the beat. So if you want to use groove in a clip, you have to enable the groove parameter to swing 8, 16th, or 32nd. And then if you don't want it to have groove, you can put it in straight, and no matter how I change this, there's no groove. Now additionally we have one more parameter here that's kind of hidden. That's the enable or disable the clip button. So if you've changed some things in here and you're wondering, I'm not sure I like that clip, you can temporarily disable it without losing any of your settings, including these additional categories we'll look at later. So this allows you to temporarily turn off a clip or turn it back on without losing anything. Very helpful sometimes. Below this we see some nudge forward or nudge backwards. And what we're nudging is the start point of this wave around in relationship to the beat. Now notice that they're unselectable or unusable right now because we're not playing back. We can do these live if we play the clip. Let's listen. Let's turn on the metronome and listen again. I also have a second beat here we can hear that relationship to. This is on the left and on the right. And back to our beat 01. Now I've changed its timing in relationship to the main beat, and these start to add together in a different way. Now this is all confined to the time setting up here of whether it's by quarter notes, single bars, half notes, eighth, 16th, etc. So I'll put this back at quarter note and we'll get some more interesting results. Let's play. And nudging backwards. Now they create a new added rhythm together by nudging this around. And you can do this safely while you're running several clips and keep them in sync live, as the name implies, by using your grid correctly. Okay, so we're going to stop here now and move on now to launch modes in our next section.